still alive, so that's progress. Have a lot on my mind, and, well, in it. Nothing important is ever easy.
Form up ranks! Don't let anything get past you!
Over here.
On my way. These boots have seen everything. breath. I wonder if this is worth the cost.
linger.
Let's finish this. Take you.
Let's turn someone inside out.
I'm ready. Good riddance. That devil had no right to be here.
Off we go then. Careful, I might.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times. All right, what now?
What's next, I wonder?
Looking ahead.
Keep your distance, darling. Yes.
Best get going.
Let's get on with it.
hello.
What to do? Wonder if the gods are watching me.
Wits and blades, always sharp. This way.
At least things have stayed interesting. What path lies before me? So much blood. What the hells has been happening here?
That's the last one. The inner sanctum is within reach now.
A bed made of corpses. Disgusting and uncomfortable. What's inside?
Ghoulish display. It is clear the victim suffered greatly before dying and being put on show.
with haste.
The mirrors here seem to not reflect light, but devour it. Chamber of Command.
Wish I had a bag of holding.
Must have been quite a mirror before it was smashed.
There is one still.
Trust no one.
That's curious.
In darkness, truth. In shadows, justice. In the Dark Lady's name. Always.
Running. Seems simple enough.
Gazing into the broken mirror serves no purpose. The reflection it offers is like a dizzying kaleidoscope. Gazing into the broken mirror serves no purpose. The reflection it offers is like a dizzying kaleidoscope. mirrors here seem to not reflect light, but devour it.
Can't sleep, so I might as well hammer. Need anything? I'll be here if you...
I need a quick word.
Need something? I guess it sounds awful.
Greed. It is.
Oakfather preserve you, wherever you need me. I'll be right here.
Can't give up now. How much further can I go?
Already feeling better.
Hey, you. Hell yes.
enough waiting. I crave blood.
All's well that ends not as bad as it could have.
Oh, action, not reaction. Enough time wasted. Battle awaits.
Moving in.
This must be where initiates undertook their final preparations. The end is near.
Deliver the Night Mother's mercy upon her enemies.
Do not falter now.
Shroud yourself in blackest night.
Descend to the night zone. Make a sacrifice. Rise again.
Trust your secrets to the night.
Still breathing, despite everything.
Almost there. I will not fail you, my lady. This must be the last step. I need to pray. Only by Lady Shah's grace did we even make it this far. All right. No need to dash in ahead of me. I'm ready. Nothing. Just a show of respect. Trust me, you wouldn't want to displease her. Not here. Let's continue.
Your party is gathered. You are ready, or so you hope.
Time to press ahead. What's in here?
The doctor's found oblivion. Well, no time to mourn. I'll fix this without him. Still not feeling better. Let's see if I can help you. now.
Better not be cursed.
Rusted weapons. A great battle was fought here.
And buried their dead.
Exactly the sort of battle I live to fight. And the sort made even more thrilling with a hot-hearted tiefling at my side.
North Rythwin, East Rythwin Tollhouse, South Moonrise Towers, West the Waning Moon.
Moonrise Towers at last. Make no mistake, I will have answers about these gay tadpoles.
Easy, Lae'zel. We need answers, yes. She catch more flies with honey than vinegar.
Just what I need.
Lady of Sorrow's God, if you're sure.
Oakfather preserve you. Then you're...
Action, not reaction.
Do you know what happens when a devil is struck down on this charming plane of existence? It returns to the hells, to the very point where it last stood before venturing to whichever devil-forsaken plane it died on. In the case of our friend Yrgir, the Orthon you so handily dispatched in the Temple of Shah, he manifested in my House of Hope. He returned to me chastened but intact, his wounds healed, his body restored. He thought I would dismember him. But he has his uses, so instead, I am re-educating him.
We delivered the devil. Now I want what I'm owed. We had a deal.
Indeed, we did. I discovered all there is to know about those scars of yours. It's a rather grim tale. Even for my tastes.
Even if I wanted to walk away from all of this, I can't. Cazador won't let me.
And why would he want to walk away? This is his destiny. Carved into that ivory skin of yours is one part of an infernal contract between the archdevil Mephistopheles and your former master, Cazador Zar. In full, the contract states that Cazador will be granted knowledge of an infernal ritual so vile it has never been performed. The rite of profane ascension. It promises to be a marvelous ceremony, very elaborate, incredibly ancient, and entirely diabolical. If he completes the rite, he will become a new kind of being, the Vampire Ascendant. All the strengths of his vampiric form will be amplified, and alongside them he will enjoy the luxuries of the living. The arousals and appetites of man will return to him, and unlike Astarion, he will have no need of a parasite to protect him from the sun. But the ritual has its price, as all worthwhile things do. Lord Cazador will need to sacrifice a number of souls, including all of his vampiric spawn, if he is to ascend. Imagine how he felt then, when one of those precious spawns simply disappeared into thin air. The only missing ingredient is Astarion. You are the final piece he requires to complete the ritual. Your scars bind you to it. Your soul will set off a very wave of death, bringing Cazador his twisted life. And that, my tragic and toothsome friend, is that. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have business elsewhere.
It's a lot to take in. What do you think I should do? How long do you think I can run? He has an eternity to find me. He'll never leave me alone. I didn't think he would when I was just one more wretched toy for him to play with. But if I'm the key to this power he craves, he'll hunt me to the ends of Faerun. I need to take the fight to him. And I need you to help me. Once we deal with the tadpole, I'll be back to my nocturnal self. When you're being hunted by vampires, the dark is the worst place to hide. I need to deal with Cazador when I still have any kind of advantage over him. Thank you.
Light on my feet. No traps, please. I need a moment for the two of us.
Wish I could say I was surprised about Cazador's pact. Where blood, death, and betrayal parade, you can bet your ass a devil is riding Grand Marshal. We're going to keep Astarion safe. On my life, Cazador won't touch him.
Our very own vampire's the missing pawn in his master's deadly game. Now, how about we go and reverse Cazador's fortunes?
It seems like Cazador used Astarion's flesh not as a canvas, but as a contract. We haven't heard the last of this, I'll wager.
Lady of Sorrow, fine. What's on your mind?
I can't imagine how Astarion must be feeling. The terms of your own condemnation carved into your skin. A monster's actions. And monsters do not deserve such power as that ritual promised. When the time comes, Astarion will have his revenge, I'm sure. And it will be richly deserved. But not yet. So, what can I do for you? How can I help?
Yes?
Full-fledged vampires are not so easily slain. Astarion's master will be no exception. Fortunate for him, slaying monstrous fanatics is a pastime of ours.
Oakfather preserve you. I've been unfair to you. But honestly, you've surpassed even those. Seems my faith was more than well-founded. Honestly, I never thought I'd make it that far. But the Absolute is a threat to all, and I promised I'd help you with your parasite. So, I'll remain with you. If you'll have me, that is. So do I, but one duty at a time. It's true, and I can't imagine I helped with that. Sometimes I let the task at hand consume me, and people think I'm obsessed. Trust me, the day I no longer have to talk about the Shadow Curse will be a happy one. What would you like to know? I am? Trust me, it's been said. You show more restraint than most in avoiding the subject until now. Who's to say? Perhaps there's a half-orc buried somewhere in my ancestry. Or perhaps not. Sometimes I think conventional wisdom is too narrow about what someone can or cannot be. Stranger things have most certainly happened. I had a friend when I was young, long ago. He played with me in the forests where I grew up. But eventually, I realized no one else had heard of him. It was Thaniel, of course. Nature was my very first friend. I get older, but he hasn't changed a day. I knew then that I had to be more than a companion to him. I had to be a protector. You're not a doppelganger, are you? Trying to study me to learn all my secrets so you can take my place? Save for me, my line perished a long time ago. They rest in high forest now, near the shade of the grandfather tree. The grove became my family, with Sylvanus as my teacher. And now I have you. It was a long time ago. The wounds don't heal, but they become more bearable. I'm 350 years old. Of course there have been lovers. Just because I love nature doesn't mean I'm betrothed to it. Though sometimes, nature needs reminding. Right now, I bed down alone, I'm afraid. Perhaps once I talk less of curses and parasites, my fortunes will improve. Well, I didn't pick this scar up in battle. I was in wild shape, only I forgot it was the season when bears are particularly social. A she-bear claimed me as her own and did not appreciate being spurned. I suppose you wouldn't be shocked to learn I love animals and nature? I know, well-trodden territory. Well then, let's see. I whittle in my spare time, and I've something of a sweet tooth. Although everyone's very amused when I say I like honey. You're right. Sometimes I think people look at me and imagine my feelings can't be hurt. Ornaments, utensils, and ducks. I like ducks. Thank me by returning the favor, why don't you? Come on. I'm sure you've something better than carving wooden ducks. Well, they are fierce creatures from what I understand. But as long as you avoid the high seas, I think you can consider yourself safe. Anytime.
Assume nothing.
Let's move.
We're close. I can feel it. The Absolute. Its power is strong here.
Never wanted the easy path.
That's far enough.
His thoughts invade your own, probing for purchase. Your parasite purrs in recognition.
My apologies. Welcome back, true soul. What news? General Ketherick's advisor went off on a field trip. Zarel's in charge till he gets back.
You'll find Zarel in the audience chamber, true soul. She'll be wanting to hear from you.
Our path leads to Zarel. Let us not keep her waiting.
Praise the Absolute.
It's risky to enter Moonrise with an unwelcome companion. You can pass as a true soul, but they cannot. Be sure to keep them close, so you can speak on their behalf if the cultists ask too many questions.
Always at your side.
Oakfather preserve you. Wherever you need me, I'll be right here in camp.
Well met. That...
We stoop and struggle. There is only the Absolute.
Ghastly thing. Yet loyal to the Absolute.
There can be no doubt. This is the place. This is where we'll discover the secret of the Absolute.
Another true soul. The disciple will want to see you.
through the main doors. Welcome, true soul. The disciple will have work for you, I expect. So much to be done.
The Absolute calls us all to her design. Your family will answer. Eventually.
Well, Flo didn't tell a lie. She said you'd find me, and here you are. Karlach, isn't it?
Now there's a name I'd hope never to hear again. What was Flo doing here?
Didn't think to quiz her about her business.
Florenta the Garotta. A Cambion I knew back in Avernus. She was the closest thing I had to a friend. That said, she would have choked the life out of me if I ever turned my back on her. The fact that she knows where I am, where I might be going, doesn't exactly delight me. Maybe. Probably. I don't know. She's a half-devil. Impossible to read. I wouldn't have given her the time of day, but even I needed a laugh once in a while. What can I say? The bitch had good jokes.
Enough chatter. Your friend gave me 3 soul coins, said I could sell them if I wanted. But if I kept them for you, she'd consider it a favor owed.
Soul coins, huh? This could come in handy.
Sure. But she did have a condition. For every coin you take, you've got to hear the story of the soul trapped inside.
There you have it. Flo came all this way just to try to make me feel like shit. Clever use of her time. Memorized a bunch of sad stories on her behalf, did you?
Didn't need to. Your Flo did some devil woo-woo and stuck 'em in my head. Couldn't forget now if I wanted to. You want the coins or not? First coin's got the soul of a woman named Mavery. She was born to a cruel mother, and a violent father, and 3 evil brothers, all named Baldur. She never knew a day of love in all her life. When she was a girl of 15, she sold her soul to Tiamat in exchange for someone who would love her unconditionally. She got what she asked for. A fellow named Clint, destined to be her soulmate. Struck by a cart and died a few moments after clapping eyes on our Mavery. Poor guy. The scud of her soul is yours now.
Thanks, I guess.
Sure you will. This one has got the soul of a man named Frakes. Lived in a village near Neverwinter. Hit hard by the worst hunger in 1,000 years. Frakes called out for help. Prayed for his children to have meat to eat. Zariel answered. Made old Frakes grow flesh upon flesh after flesh. His wee ones had all the meat they could stomach.
He should have known. Better to die 1,000 deaths than let Zariel into your life.
Karlach's the one set to consume his soul, I hear. Last one's got the soul of a little boy named Ongir. 8 years old. He liked playing in the sun with his friends. That's all I know.
That's all?
That's all. Oh, and this slip of scratch.
Well, thanks, Flo. Hearing a bunch of desperate horror has ruined my day, which I suppose was the point.
You got 3 soul coins out of the bargain, didn't you? I'd quit whinging if I were you. I did my part. That means our business is done. Unless you've got actual gold to hand. Better hope you can handle what I've got.
Open up.
If you have coin, then show it. Where am I needed? If you have coin, then show it. Get moving, will you?
Intestines throb.
The dreams. You seek arms. I seek a warrior worthy to bear them. Ha! Bark, bark, like a warg pup you are. The Absolute needs warriors for her crusade. But I see only weaklings in this place. Prove it! Who's singing your name? Looks like there's bite in you yet. Want anything from my stash? You pay less than the rest. Slaughter well.
If not over, then through.
The dreams too? Same as me? They wouldn't admit it.
The Absolute calls us all to her design. Your family will answer. Eventually. Brothers, sister, pray with me while we wait.
I'm not worthy. I never learned the words.
Yes, you did. She gives them to you fully formed. Can you hear her?
Of many hearts, one soul. Of many thoughts, one mind.
To stand this close to her power. I never thought I'd make it.
I wouldn't have if not for the lantern. To think the Absolute Grace is such a creature as that.
We are each of us threads in her design. If only she knew. She would understand. 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 She
Even those we once called monsters.
Where do you hail from?
I was a farrier in Desarin Valley. Then the dreams came.
My brothers had the dreams too. Same as me. They wouldn't admit it.
The Absolute calls us all to her design. Your family will answer. Eventually. Brothers, sister, pray with me while we wait.
I'm not worthy. I never learned the words.
Yes, you did. She gives them to you fully formed. Can you hear her?
Of many hearts, one soul. Of many thoughts.
You're one of her blessed, aren't you? To hear her voice, I cannot imagine.
The Absolute herself called us here. They cannot stop us from seeing Zorel now.
Not all of us survived the shadows to stand here. My wife, my sons, they were unworthy.
Back of the line. I'll be the first of us to swear to the General.
What's up for discussion?
Each pack of recruits they bring in is worse than the last. Can't trust them to sweep the stables, let alone swing a sword. Yeah. They're deadweight. Not real believers, like us. Thank you, true soul. In her name.
And what's to say they couldn't be us?
Right, pilgrims. You'll be scouting the perimeter of the war camp, looking for enemies.
But the shadows? It's death out there without a guide.
The shadows won't harm you, so long as you know your place in the Absolute's design.
Of course. Of course.
It's Roa you want. We only talk when you've misbehaved.
Ah, a new face come to bask in the light of the Absolute. How can I be of service, true soul? Of course. Just before some godless lunatic purged the place of every innocent soul. A pity neither of us saw what happened. Better to keep that quiet, unless you want another look from the receiving end. Look around. All manner of beasties united against the enemies of the Absolute. Quite a god to bring them all together, and quite a fool who'd draw their ire. Hmm? More concerned that your business might be bad for my business. So don't go kicking the hive while there's still some honey to be had. An honor, true soul.
Indolence breeds madness.
Sharp as ever.
Never a dull moment. Can't slow down.
Ever at your service. An honor. And this was funny when it was just goblins branding arses, but you lot mean business, eh?
Very well.
You'd find better lodgings out in the war camp, True Soul. I know we're all one under the Absolute, but you do not want to bunk with an ogre.
Don't mind Meg and her meat sounds. It's just her brain slopping around in her skull.
Hush! Meat sounds above. Here.
For a moment, you do hear it. Flesh sliding on stone, like a living being extending through the walls.
Pig! In walls above! Maybe whole tower. Loudest near kitchen. But Mig banned. Not allowed to pet nose. You find meat? You share.
I'll give it a shot.
prisoners, I mean. Any one of them could be elevated to true soul, should they accept the absolute.
The eye focuses on you, taking in every detail of your appearance. A spark glows within the heart of the construct. Someone or something watches you from beyond.
Be a dear and strike me deaf. Our guests are especially sobby today.
Find you from known back, I expect. Do I know you, True Soul? Feels like we met before. Maybe in a previous life.
Don't get too close to the prisoners. They're desperate enough to try anything.
Not the diplomacy. You just keep looking pretty.
Disciples around ain't shy at handing out pay.
A lifeless eye stares at you.
Bunch of the others were rounded up in the main hall a while ago. They ain't come back.
Heard a rumor some do-gooder stopped a horde of absolutists from getting their hands on a load of druids in some grove. Whoever it was, better pray the general doesn't smoke 'em out. Be a bloodbath, so it would.
Must have come in with the Drider, did ya? Well, you're in good time. General Kefrig's in the main hall. Don't say I didn't warn you.
All for me.
Greetings.
Something slimy seems to be dripping from the rafters above.
Araj Baldur, trader in all things occult. A very great pleasure to meet you, True Soul. Should you be interested, I have a particular offer I'd like to make. Thankfully, I wasn't in it at the time. My cousins did like to boast about their view over the Claw Rift. And now their bones decorate the bottom. Put plainly, I'd like your blood. A vial of True Soul's blood, specifically. With one drop, I can brew a rather potent potion for you. The rest, I keep for myself. Goodness, no. Nothing so unsanitary. The Ablodra's clan practice their own form of blood alchemy.
Realization washes over you. Every drow knows of the purge of House Ablodra, but you remember the whispers of why. Among the many crimes tallied against them, their reckless experimentation with illithid breeding stock.
Blessed by the Absolute, but not blinded by it. Now I simply must study you. The beings you speak of have no use for gods, and yet here we stand in a church of their making. Unless they are not the makers, but simply the means, wouldn't that be a secret worth knowing? So let me adjust my offer. Your blood and your silence, in exchange for the potions I mention, and a tidy pile of gold besides. Well, that's why we're trading, no? I assure you, the potions are more than worth their weight. No idea, but it will be unique to you. Your blood essence and the Absolute's blessing intertwined. We can learn exactly what that means together, hmm? That I cannot allow, for either of us. I have a project to complete, and you are far too unique a specimen to risk. If you can't be reasonable, I'll just have to observe your development from afar. For now.
Get it together.
No idea, but it will be unique to you. Your blood essence and the Absolute's blessing intertwined. We can learn exactly what that means together, hmm? Just a little prick and it's all over. Close your eyes. A little pain for a lot of gold. And there we are. All of your very best traits in a bottle. Use it well. And, if I may, would you have a moment to discuss another more personal matter? Truth be told, I heard tell of your coming before you arrived. Ketheric's dogs prowl far and wide round the tower. I know you travel with a delightful Nightwalker in your retinue. Please, I have a proposal for him. I will reward you both, handsomely. I must prepare myself for his arrival.
Very well.
Great. Shook. As.
Yes? Need something?
I never thought I'd see one in real life. I read about your kind for so many years, but you are a finer specimen than any bestiary could describe. You're really a vampire. At least one of their spawn.
Oh, don't worry. We're all friends under the Absolute. I won't bite.
Oh, I'd prefer if you did. And he's yours to command. My envy is palpable. Ah, it's like that. Do you have a name, Spawn?
Astarion, but hold on.
Good. Now, Astarion. I've dreamt of being bitten by a vampire since I was a young girl.
I'm sorry, you want to be bitten?
To feel your life's blood slipping away. To dance on the edge between life and death. Yes, I want it. I'll even compensate you. A potion of legendary power that forever increases the strength of the one who consumes it. It's not for sale, but it's yours, if you bite me.
I will have to decline.
Excuse me? This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and you're squandering it.
I gave you my answer.
Can't you talk some sense into your obstinate charge?
I'm sorry, but could you excuse us a moment? Are you actually asking me to do this? Trading me for some potion? Because there's something wrong with her blood. I can smell it from here. It's rank. That would explain the stench, yes. I've already had enough illithid filth in my head. I don't want it in my stomach as well.
I don't have all day, true soul.
Fine. I'll do it. Darling, I've had a sudden change of heart. After all, who could resist such a delectable neck? Hold very, very still.
Incredible. Incredible.
Oh, hells.
Not to your taste.
You're fetid, full of corruption.
I feel exquisite, though. So here's my part of the bargain. I hope you find it as satisfying as I found this. It was everything I imagined, and then more. I'll be able to put this to good use.
Well, hello. What can I do for you? Before anything else, I need to know where it's happening. To the public, Cazador is an ordinary noble. A little reclusive, perhaps, but just another of the great and the good of Baldur's Gate. He has a grand palace on the hills of the gate, where he hosts the city's high society. I don't know if he performed the ritual there. It feels too public. He'd risk exposure. Mephistopheles is one of the Lords of the Nine Hells. Raphael is not going to let any ire be tracked back to him. Perhaps Raphael even will gain from setting us on this course, who can say? All I know is I need to unravel the secrets around Cazador's ritual. And I can only do that in Baldur's Gate.
You haven't felt like...
Hey! Darling? You saw the extent of Flo's friendship. She'll lend you a hand, long as she can crush your spirit while she's at it. I knew never to let my guard down around her. She always made me laugh, even when I least wanted to. If she'd been completely different from who she was, we might have been real friends. Nothing worth reading. Cambion manipulation at its most obvious. I guess she did. Much as it makes me want to puke to admit it. Devils, you know. Fucking devils. They really screw with you, don't they? What's on your mind? Go on. If you're happy, I'm happy. Are you happy? Couldn't have said it better myself.
Well met. She sees everything we are. Do you understand? There is no hiding from her.
Welcome back, true soul. You've come in the spirit of trade, I hope. Come back anytime. See.
Conclusion of our efforts. I asked.
I saw it, Trousseau. The army. They're nearly ready. It's nearly time. We march to Baldur's Gate. I'm trained as an assassin. House Hekar. Perhaps I can serve as a scout or special operations. When the call comes, I'll be ready. Us? We are so many, and we are marching to Baldur's Gate as soon as the Absolute gives word. I've never been to battle. I've never been to war. But I feel so calm, ready.
Welcome back, true soul. Zurel is holding an audience with the General, deciding the fate of those who have failed the Absolute.
We did as we was told, General. Followed every order.
The facts suggest otherwise. You were ordered to retrieve the artifact. You failed to do so.
Us? No, it was Minthara. She got the orders. She...
Enough!
A blast of mental energy washes over you, filling the room. Your tadpole squirms, urging you to obey.
You failed to retrieve the artifact. You failed to protect your true soul. You do not deserve to live.
Mercy, General! Please!
General Thorm?
Let our newest arrival speak. You have seen what these creatures are capable of, and you have seen their inadequacies, isn't that so? What is your judgment?
You know I'm loyal! Tell him!
Enough! True Soul, tell the General how the goblins served our cause.
Lies! I served the Absolute! I did everything I was told!
And there you have it. We are too close to the ending, and the new beginning. I can coddle failure no longer. Kill them, quickly.
What? No!
You creaking old bag of shit! I'm so sorry, my lord. She's an unbeliever outside my control.
Try again.
No! No!
Dispose of the rest as you see fit. Or better yet, let us take advantage of our surprising guest and their particular creative genius. I'm sure the results will send a clear message to the troops on the importance of discipline.
Of course, my lord. Thank you. You heard the General. The goblins are yours. Deal with them however you wish. They are yours. You can release them, kill them, or feed them to each other for all I care. Just deal with them. Here in the seat of the Absolute's power, your authority over them is complete. They will obey any command. Report to me upstairs when you're done.
Please! You gotta help me! For old time's sake!
the Absolute and praise her true soul.
In another lifetime, you were greeted in this throne room like a god, not the living wreck you are now. Your disgrace has something to do with this Ketheric. You yearn to flay him until he forgets himself, as you have. With difficulty, you banish the pooling evil that bewitches your quivering limbs. Perhaps parts of you were scattered in this spire. Time to knit yourself together.
The seat of the Absolute's power, occupied by a general that cannot be killed. But his followers are flesh and blood. We must learn what fuels his power.
From this seat, Ketheric defied gods and raised an army for the Absolute. It is not particularly comfortable.
Evil overlordship isn't your look.
Good luck, true soul. The disciple demands much of those who serve her.
Don't try giving orders, true soul. Everyone here answers directly to Z'rell.
Only he had gone further.
You're mistaken, surely.
I am not.
But we've seen... what?
A lifeless eye stares at you.
Did you request this post too? I'm glad I got the Warden and not Z'rell. Don't get chatty with the prisoners, mind you. The Warden won't like that.
Let me guess. The Absolute is the only way. Don't bother. Why don't you and Zevlor take a long walk off a short cliff?
Your conversation has been cut short. These prisoners are for Disciple Balthazar's attention only. Your association with Disciple Balthazar inspires respect and a touch of fear. You are free to speak to the prisoners.
You want to help? The gnomes couple cells down are up to something, and we're in. Can't read bloody minds? Go on, before someone sees.
Get us out of here, before the necromancer comes back. Please.
You ordered that guard about as if you were the Absolute herself. What do you want with us, exactly? Huh. And why would you be so inclined? Barkus is out here? Didn't think he had the stones. Well, if he sent you, you're no slave to the Absolute. You're a damn wolf among sheep, aren't you? I reckon you and I were meant to meet. I'm Wilburn. We've got a plan. For us and the tieflings both. But we're scuppered without the right equipment. We need tools. That head case of a warden robbed ours, but anything that breaks rock will do. Even if it's not Iron Hand quality. Whatever you find, throw it through the bars. But for the love of Gerdor, make sure a guard doesn't see you. Or we're both done for.
Don't speak to the prisoners. The Absolute forbids it.
What's hiding here?
Your feet fly fast, my friend. Any luck with those tools? Something that can crack rock, like a hammer. Without it, we're doomed to rot in this hellspit. Good work. We're gonna wait until it's quiet, and then bust out the back wall. We'll grab the tieflings along the way. We'll need them if it comes to a fight. You, however, are the clincher. Once we move, keep the patrols busy. If the bastards spot us, all of bloody Moonrise will come down on us. Hurry, or we're all dead.
Get us out of here, please, before that head case of a necromancer comes back.
Want to dance? No one stopped me yet. Soldier, moving it. No time to rest. One day I'll catch a break. Let's see what this does. Something's on my mind.
You. Not you. Lord Ketherick may think you pose no threat to him in your disgrace, but I know the things you've done. Keep your bloody thoughts to yourself and your head down. You set foot in our tower once. You did not leave. At least not through any door I have watch over. I assumed you overstayed your welcome. Little did I expect you to intrude again. Your name, your place, was kept from all of us last time, but you were to be shown the utmost of respect. Respect you must have proven yourself unworthy of. And now, you waste my time. Regardless, know this. I am the Warden. The prisoners are my charges, and I answer to Disciple Balthazar himself. Stay on my good side.
Your mind swirls with information about the prison. The small levers behind the warden's desk open every cell, while the larger one triggers the alarm. And interesting items confiscated from prisoners lie above the warden's office, just up the ladder.
If you are going to stare, kindly do it elsewhere. As I said, you are free to roam where you wish, but do not speak to the prisoners. My face might be bland, but yours? It is now carved into my memory. Forever. Anyone who refutes the Absolute is an enemy of mine, True Soul. You would do well to remember that. My, they are letting all sorts become a True Soul these days. He is chief advisor to General Ketherick, and one of the Absolute's favored. His necromancy is second only to the General's. It is an honor to serve him. He sounds important, and I'm afraid the mere dregs are the only ones left in my care. Indeed. But all are kept out of reach and under constant surveillance in the office above. Prison security is my highest priority.
This is a restricted area. Time to explain yourself, or this guard will be restricting you. You've been caught breaking the rules. You have a horrible feeling the next thing broken might be your skull.
Say bye-bye.
Imperativ! Imperativ!
Hungry for the slaughter.
Battle favors the fearless.
That's it. No choice but to keep going.
This is a restricted area. Time to explain yourself, or this guard will be restricting you to a... You've been caught breaking the rules. You have a horrible feeling the next thing broken might be your skull.
Swift as my feet can carry me. Here goes nothing. Have a word.
Yours is a face I shred in my dreams. One who kicked the steel claw as if I was some stray. I am a champion hunter. When I lick my pelt, I taste blood.
Fortunately for you, the slithering vermin I hunt has my attention. For now.
The Deathwalker passed through here before. I know your scent. All was silent afore you, but I dared to snarl. You skulked like you owned the place, trespassing on my domain.
You excavate the empty caverns of your useless mind, shoveling, dozing, blasting through the smooth brain. How the kitty cat mewled when your boot stamped upon its tail. You are the black cat crossing the path of the living. The pleasure of the memory dribbles out of your leaking skull into the very air. A memory won at the cost of a piece of your mind. You were in this tower before, that much is sure.
Hey.
Well met.
Need something?
We did as we was told, General. Followed every order.
The facts suggest otherwise.
Us? No, it was Minthara. She got the orders. She...
Enough!
A blast of mental energy. What?
You failed to retrieve the artifact. You failed to protect your true soul. You...
Mercy, General! Please!
General Thorm?
Let our newest arrival speak. You have seen what these creatures are capable of, and you have seen their inadequacies, isn't that so? What is your judgment?
You know I'm loyal! Tell him!
Enough! True Soul, tell the General how the goblins served our cause.
Thank you! I'm glad someone noticed.
I'm sure they were very enthusiastic. But zeal without efficacy is for children, not servants. We are too close to the ending and the new beginning. I can coddle failure no longer. Kill them, quickly.
What? No! You creaking old bag of shit!
I'm so sorry, my lord. She's an unbeliever outside my control.
Try again. Dispose of the rest as you see fit. Or better yet, let us take advantage of our surprising guest and their particular creative genius. I'm sure the results will send a clear message to the troops on the importance of discipline.
Of course, my lord. Thank you. You heard the General. The goblins are yours. Deal with them however you wish. Here in the seat of the Absolute's power, your authority over them is complete. They will obey any command. Report to me upstairs when you're done.
Please! You gotta help me! For old time's sake! Please! Oh.
Well, that's done with. Might as well go say hello to Zarel then.
In another lifetime, you were greeted in this throne room like a god, not the living wreck you are now. Your disgrace has something to do with this Ketheric. You yearn to flay him until he forgets himself, as you have. He healed up a trait. He could enjoy your cuts forever and a day.
The seat of the Absolute's power, occupied by a general that cannot be killed. But his followers are flesh and blood. We must learn more about his power.
An honor, true soul.
You'll find traders in the entrance hall. Absolute draws coin as well as pilgrims, eh?
Soldier?
In my years as the Blade, I've witnessed countless cruelties, faced unimaginable evil. But Thorn, he is made of pure hate. The Sword Coast will rejoice when the bastard's fallen. My father is somewhere in this tower. I won't leave him in Thorm's hands. And lest we forget, we've a devil to rescue. 2 missions, 1 destination.
Need something?
Something good here, I hope.